Graham Hall will take 2, and they got a timeout here.
I believe it's a full timeout.
Full timeout.
We're going to take one with them. I think we have that ability now.
All right.
We'll be right back to continue the action here in the third quarter, brought to you by the Essentials Insurance Group. Keep it right here on 101.5, 103.5 WLBQ.
Has your car been damaged by a deer, ditch, or distracted driver? If so, Chad's Record Service and Body Shop can help get your car back on the road. The pros at Chad's are licensed and insured and will work with your insurance company to make your car like new again. Chad's also offers 24-hour record service, so when the unexpected happens, you won't be stranded on the side of the road. Call Chad's for a free estimate at 270-526-4005. And remember to request Chad's the next time you need a tow.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Owensboro Sports Center. Want to just give a quick apologies. I know the radio was down for most of the first half, then the YouTube was down for pretty much the second half of the second quarter and the first half of this third quarter, but I think, to my current knowledge, we're good for now. Once again, if you guys have anything on what it sounds like on the outside, on the YouTube broadcast or on the radio, please get in contact with Diane Dyer. She's the one who passes me on the information. But we're back with some more action here as now the Bears have it. Trevor DeWeese has it on the wing, swings it to Briar Griffin on the opposite wing. Briar Griffin now trying to drive in on Hardy. Takes a step back, long three. No good. Rebound Spillman for the Trojans. Spillman now thinks about the three, gives it over to Hardy on the wing instead. Hardy up top. Hardy drew the attention of Briar Griffin after he made those three-pointers early in this game, and Hardy's going to try and, I guess he was trying to work it in to number 10, Hall, and pass gone rogue, and Briar Griffin is going to inbound it here for the Bears. Ty Price is going to walk it across. Ty Price gives it back to Griffin. Griffin in the corner to Caslin. Caslin now pulls it back, gives it back outside to Griffin. Griffin drives in here, kicks it out to DeWeese. DeWeese drives in, tries to get it in to Griffin, batted away by Spillman, and Hardy comes away with it for the Trojans now. Hardy pushing the tempo, gives it over to Bunch. Bunch inside to Hall. Hall tries to put the moves on Caslin, and he does. As Hall gets the bucket to go. 53, excuse me. Our scoreboard was off. 53-39. Just under 3 minutes to go now in the Essentials Insurance Group third quarter of play. Ty Price has to give it up to Griffin. Griffin now drives in. Goes in for a tough layup. Can't get it to go. Rebound, DeWeese. DeWeese can't get the putback to go, and the second rebound wrestled down by Hall. They work it ahead to Bewley. And Bewley with a beautiful jumper on the baseline there. 53-41 now. Bears looking for some offense here as Price now at midcourt. Gives it over to DeWeese, inside to Rice. Rice, one dribble, goes up. Able to draw the foul. I believe that'll be on number 4.
Looks like it.
Bunch. I don't have the fouls anymore. I believe it's his first. We'll see what they say. But either way, that will send Lawson Rice to the final finish free throw line. It is indeed Bunch's first, team's first of the quarter. As Lawson Rice lining up for his one and only attempt here.
It's really quiet in here.
It is very quiet. I mean, most of the audience is on our side, so whenever we're at the line, it is definitely very quiet in here as Lawson Rice knocks down the free throw. 56-41, 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go now. Hardy brings it across. Hardy drives to the wing, picks up his dribble, looking for something, hands it off to Spillman. Spillman now.
Oh.
Briar Griffin there trying to draw the foul. I believe it almost hurt him a little bit, and they're going to get Briar Griffin for a block here. His third, team second, they're going to say. 56-41, once again, if you're just joining us. It is the third quarter here, brought to you by the Essentials Insurance Group. And the Trojans get it into Bewley. Bewley into Hardy. Hardy will just take a jump shot here. No good. Rebound, DeWeese over to Griffin. Griffin now kicks it out to Price on the wing. Price now going to drive this time. Price goes up against number 4, Bunch there. That'll be Bunch's second, I believe. That'll send Ty Price back to the final finish free throw line. Another great attack there by Ty Price, able to jump into the big men there. As, once again, really quiet. Very quiet. Ty Price. First free throw attempt is up, and it is good. String music, as Brady Jones would say. 57-41 now. Bears leading the Trojans of Barren County right now, as Hardy and Bunch will have a seat. Ty Price now, as it looks like Calvin Dockery and Briar Griffin having some conversations with the referee. And it'll be a timeout. I think it was a full timeout.
Yeah, he's in full.
And so we're going to take a quick one with them. Keep it right here. You're listening to 101.5, 103.5 WLBQ.
For sports teams to succeed, they need good leaders. Point guards and quarterbacks call the right plays to put their teammates in position to score and lead their teams to victory. Kendall Embry at Embry & Watts CPAs wants to be your team leader when it comes to business and personal accounting services. Kendall is ready to call the right plays to keep you compliant with the IRS and keep some of your hard-earned money in your pocket. Tax season is right around the corner, so stop by his office on Main Street in Morgantown today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Butler County Bears basketball. Here in the third quarter of play, brought to you by the Essentials Insurance Group, the Butler County Bears are taking on the Barren County Trojans. The Bears leading 58-41 right now. A minute 55 to go here as they are coming out of this full timeout taken by Coach Calvin Dockery. Bears still sticking with the starting five on the floor right now. Bears played a pretty good game so far from what I have seen. I had to take a little break there, but looks like they're really just trying to control the boards the way they did in the first half of the game. Would be a big help right now, and really a game of runs for the Trojans. We'll get up by big margin, Dad, and then they'll come back, make 2 or 3 threes, and lower that margin again. And we got Ryan Tannehill inbounding the ball here, gets it up to Bewley. Full court pass there.
They tried to run out, but they didn't quite get a great pass.
He gets it over to Compton. Compton no good on the three. Batted away. Briar Griffin tracks it down. One-on-one against Bewley, and Bewley snatches it. Bewley now has numbers, gives it over to Spillman. He'll bobble it. Hands it back off to Bewley. Bewley inside to Hall. Hall gets it way back up top to Spillman, over to Bewley. Bewley now trapped by Rice and Price. Gets it over to Clemens in the corner. Clemens now back over to Spillman up top. Spillman in the corner now to Bewley. And Bewley knocks down that three, like I said, as the Trojans shrink the lead. 58-44 now, under a minute to go. Caslin has it, gets it inside to Rice. Rice one dribble, goes up for the lay-in, no good. Gets his own rebound though, one more dribble. Goes up this time, and it is good this time. Great job by Lawson Rice there, staying with that play. 50 seconds to go now. 60-44, Bears bringing a little bit of a press here.
Just some token pressure, kind of slow them down a little bit, it looks like.
Just going to fall back to the man-to-man defense here, as now Clemens has it on the wing, guarded by Price. Clemens gives it over to Bewley.
Barren County is doing a lot of standing.
Bewley over to Clemens.
Oh!
Into Bewley.
Illegal screen there almost.
Bewley over to Spillman. He'll take the three-point shot. No good. Rebound batted around into the hands of Lawson Rice. Rice now going to bring it across for the Bears this time. Over to Caslin on the wing. Caslin gets a screen, gives it into Rice. Great roll by Rice. Rice got the mismatch, but picked up his dribble instead. Hands it off to DeWeese. And DeWeese is going to draw the foul here. See on who? Number 33, that's Clemens.
Clemens called for a foul. That is his first personal foul.
His first, team's fourth, but there's only 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Once again, brought to you by the Essentials Insurance Group. And Trevor DeWeese puts up the first free throw, and it is good. 61-44. Bears leading the Trojans right now. As DeWeese lines up his second free throw attempt, it is up, and it is good. Gets the roll there. Good trip to the line for DeWeese. Is now 5 seconds. Spillman's going to push the tempo here. Probably just throw up a three-point shot. And he does. And it's no good. That'll bring your third quarter to a close. Bears leading the Trojans 62-44 here at the Owensboro Sports Center. We're going to take a quick break and come back for the fourth quarter of play, brought to you by the Butler County Board of Education. Right after this, keep it right here, 101.5, 103.5, WLBQ.
Before you cheer on your Bears, stop by your hometown IGA to get everything you need from an assortment of favorite chips, drinks, and a great selection of meat items, including IGA Choice Angus Beef and an array of your favorite brands of hot dogs and brats. You'll find it all and much more at IGA, located on South Main Street in Morgantown. Go Bears!
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Owensboro Sports Center. Jonah Swift and Kenny Swift here with you on the call this fine Saturday night, late Saturday night here, as it is 9:10. So we do appreciate if any of you are still out there listening to us. We appreciate all of our faithful listeners and all of our sponsors. They are the ones who make this possible. As we are ready now to get things started in this fourth quarter of play, this one's going to be brought to you by the Butler County Board of Education. 62-44. And the Trojans got it. Great fake toss there by Clemens. I believe he faked out about 4 Butler County defenders and goes in for the easy lay-in for the Trojans. Ty Price now high on the wing. Trying to drive in here. Draws the attention of 3 defenders. Someone's got to be open. He's just going to hand it off to Caslen. Caslen's going to drive, though, and put in the easy lay-in there. Great take by Justin Caslen. 64-46.
Castle's first 2 of the half.
As Clemens now goes in for the lay-in this time. No good rebound. DeWeese, he gives it over to Price.
Good
Price,
look. Great
pass there. We had a good angle of that one, Dad. A very tight window there, hit by Ty Price there. Yep. Great transitional
we got a little
offense.
pressure here, too.
As Briar Griffin finished off the lay-in here. Bears once again sticking to that man-to-man defense now as Spillman has it at the top of the key. For the Trojans, swings it over to Bewley, back up top to Compton. Compton over to Spillman.
I said it earlier in the game, but I'm impressed with our conditioning. Coach Dockery has these guys, especially this starting 5, in great shape. They have played 4 games this week, and they still look fresh out there, look good. It's really impressive.
As Bewley hit Spillman on the cut there, and Spillman draws the foul. I think it was on Ty Price. That'll be the Butler County Bears' first foul this quarter, and Spillman's at the line for 2 shots. And his first shot is up, and it is good. Bears now lead by 19, 66-47 here, as Compton's going to have a seat for the Trojans. And Hardy coming back in the game. And Spillman able to knock down the second free throw attempt as well. Perfect on that trip. Ty Price now just dribbles it off his foot, but it was a great pass to Rice. As Rice works it cross court to Griffin. He'll fire the NBA 3. No good rebound by Rice, though. And I think Lawson Rice was almost surprised how open he was midair and just decides to throw it up and put it in. 68-48 now. Bears lead by 20. 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Hardy's got it at the top of the key. Hardy over to Clemens on the wing. Clemens back up top. Deep 3 fired there by number 4 Bunch, and it is good for the Trojans there. And they're going to take a full timeout. We're going to take a quick one with them. Keep it right here. You're listening to 101.5, 103.5 WLBQ.
Has your car been damaged by a deer, ditch, or distracted driver? If so, Chad's Record Service and Body Shop can help get your car back on the road. The pros at Chad's are licensed and insured and will work with your insurance company to make your car like new again. Chad's also offers 24-hour record service, so when the unexpected happens, you won't be stranded on the side of the road. Call Chad's for a free estimate at 270-526-4005. And remember to request Chad's the next time you need a tow.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the Owensboro Sports Center, where the Butler County Bears are taking on the Barren County Trojans. Jonah Swift and Kenny Swift here with you on the call this fine Saturday night. Late start to the game, just a little bit. Started more around 8:20, so we appreciate all of our faithful listeners still with us tonight. The Bears leading right now 68-51. as full timeout was just called. 6 minutes, 27 seconds to go here in the final quarter of play, brought to you by the Butler County Board of Education. And, Dad, I'm just noticing that both teams are firing. Whenever they do fire the three-point shot, it is from deep.
Yeah, because those lines are confusing.
I think those lines are very confusing, as Ty Price now has
That's a really deep
That's
one.
what I'm saying. 2 steps behind
Nice
an NBA
put
line.
back.
Put back by DeWeese is no good, though. Rebound batted out to Hardy. He gives it to Spillman. Spillman going to go right up against Price, and that'll be good. 53-68 now. Price once again going to be picked up as soon as he crosses. Gives it over to Rice. Rice back outside to Castlin. Thinks about the three. Doesn't take it. Castlin drives.
Charge, probably.
They are going to get him for a charge here.
If we'd have been in a college game, that would not have been a charge because he was in the little arc.
He was in the little circle there.
Yeah.
And that's a tough spot to be in because you're always taught to go up to the rack strong there, but the Trojans just with better positioning that time. 5 minutes and 57 seconds to go now. Barren County trailing 53-68. They're trying to close the gap here as Hardy's got it. Hardy came off the bench for the Trojans, but has stayed in the game for most of tonight as a three is fired. No good. Rebound, Briar Griffin. Briar Griffin now takes it to the other end, tries to get it inside the Price. Pass tipped out by Bewley, but it will stay with the Butler County Bears. Griffin's going to inbound under his own basket here. He's just going to throw it up to Rice. Rice hands it off to Price. Price, I believe, was about to take an open jumper there, but a great move there by Spillman, able to get around and send that ball out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Bears once more. 5 minutes and 30 seconds now. Briar Griffin in the same situation he was just in. Tries to throw it up to Rice, but Rice was moving a little too close. Ends up in the hands of Price, who goes up for the layup. No good, and that was a tough layup there by Briar Griffin off of the offensive rebound, as Hardy's already got it on his side of the floor. He's going to shoot from the baseline, and it is good. You can hear one of the coaches or one of the faithful yelling, "Shooter, shooter," and Hardy knocks down the shot as DeWeese now has it on the wing. DeWeese back outside to Price. Sets his feet. Good look here from the top of the key. And those are the kind of Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Bobby Smith two-pointers, apparently. They're going to say that his foot was on the line.
He was on the blue line.
No, they did. They gave him the last point there. Just a little slow. Yeah. I was about to say that was almost a college three there as Ty Price knocks it down, but those are always the ones we like to see. Set his feet.
Yeah, Trevor made a good pass. Got it in the middle of the zone there, and he kicked it out to the top of the key. Perfect. That's what we want. Those are the kind of looks you need.
Anytime you can get somebody who's always a defensive assignment like Ty Price that open of a look.
Yeah.
It's always a good thing.
If he's that open from the top of the key, I like our chances.
As now DeWeese back over to Castlin. Castlin wide open on the wing, and it is good for another Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Bobby Smith three-pointer.
Well.
As now Spillman's got it, gives it over on the wing to Hall.
Anytime you reverse the ball like that, you usually get a good look.
Hall over to 21 Reese, back up top to Bunch. Bunch in the corner to Reese, and Reese is going to get excited there and take a couple of steps. As now the Bears will have it, and Ty Price is going to bring it back across the half-court line once more. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here, 76-55. Ty Price jumps in, jump stop, turn around, fade away, no good. Rebound bounces around, falls in the hands of Hall. Hall works it ahead to Bewley. Bewley over to Bunch. Bunch over to Bewley. Over to Spillman, now in the corner to Reese. Doesn't take the three-point shot as Lawson Rice had the closeout on him. As now Bewley's got it on the wing. Hits Hall on a great cut there. I did hear some arms slap around there. We'll see who it's on. It's either DeWeese or Rice. And they're going to get it on Lawson Rice, even though I personally think that DeWeese was more of the culprit there. But either way, it'll send number 10, Graham Hall, to the free throw line. First attempt is up. It is good. Bears now lead by 20, 76-56. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the Butler County Board of Education fourth quarter. As there's a Bears faithful really trying his best, but it doesn't matter. Hall knocks them both down. Griffin now going to bring it across this time. And Griffin gives it over to Castlin high on the wing. Over to Price in the corner. Price now drives in the middle. Great pump fake. Goes up and gets the little floater to go. Great pump fake there by Ty Price, and now Spillman's got it. Briar Griffin tried to take a charge there, no call, and Spillman's going to get the easy lay-in to go. Griffin now on the offensive end, drives in, kicks it back out to Rice. Rice thinks about the three, instead drives on Hall, goes up, and he's going to get yet another and one here. Lawson Rice, like you said, Dad, has the mismatch with just about everybody on the floor tonight, and he has shown it down low, controlled the boards for the most part, and been a force down there on the block on the offensive side tonight.
Yeah, and unlike a lot of big men, he took that ball from the top of the key and drove it all the way in.
He did.
They're not used to that.
As Lawson Rice's one and only free throw attempt is up, and it is good. 81-59 now. Bears creating some more separation here from the Trojans. And the Trojans, I imagine, will start to go to the three ball here as Spillman's got it on the wing. He'll drive in, kick it out to Reese. Reese will fire the three ball. No good. Rebound taken by Briar Griffin. Griffin now pushing the pace. Finds Ty Price right under the basket there. Great move by Griffin there. Not leading anything with his eyes. And I gave those points to the Trojans when it goes to the Bears. 83-59 now. 2 minutes and 45 seconds now. Spillman's got it on the wing. Spillman kicks it out. Great pass to Bunch, who fires the three. No good. Ball was tipped, but they're going to say Reese foot was out of bounds whenever he went to recover it. And DeWeese checking in for DeWeese. Clayton DeWeese returning. Trevor DeWeese having a seat. Number 20 for the Trojans. That's all the information I have on him. And Bunch will have a seat. And number 42, Nunn returning. Nope, didn't get in time. As Case Hooten set to check in for the Bears. The next dead ball. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go here. 83-59. Ty Price goes up, knifing through the defense, and that one was just a little too easy, Dad.
Yeah, it looks like Barren County's kind of giving up. That middle's wide open now. They're just kind of standing.
As Reese has it, gives it up top to Bewley. Bewley gives it in the post to Hall, I believe, and he's actually going to get the better of Lawson Rice there. Great move. Fine defense, better offense. I think it's a full timeout by the Trojans, so we're going to take one with them here. Keep it right here. You're listening to 101.5, 103.5 WLBQ.
For sports teams to succeed, they need good leaders. Point guards and quarterbacks call the right plays to put their teammates in position to score and lead their teams to victory. Kendall Embry at Embry & Watts CPAs wants to be your team leader when it comes to business and personal accounting services. Kendall is ready to call the right plays to keep you compliant with the IRS and keep some of your hard-earned money in your pocket. Tax season is right around the corner, so stop by his office on Main Street in Morgantown today.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Owensboro Sports Center. Once again, Jonah Swift, Kenny Swift here with you on the calls. The Bears are taking on the Barren County Trojans, and they are leading 85-61, 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in this game. And
kind of waiting for the clock to count down, the shot clock up there.
A play I love to see by the Bears, though. Curtis Murphy and Case Hooten both checking into the game. That means Clayton DeWeese, Curtis Murphy, and Case Hooten, the three main men off the bench, all in for the Bears. Price and Rice still out there, though, as Price gets a screen. Lobs it up to Rice. I believe they were in there for that specific play. Rebound by DeWeese, gets it out to Price. Price fires the three. No good. Rebound goes to Nunn for the Trojans.
Looks like they're about to come out, too.
They are as Johnson and Davis set to come into the game. Next dead ball. Hardy gets it inside to number 23, who gets it over to Nunn. Nunn goes up, blocked by Rice.
He wouldn't let him have that one. He
gets his rebound out.
But he wasn't going to let him get that one.
Get it out to Hardy, no good on the three-point attempt. Rebound by 23, no good. Rebound by Reese, and Reese is going to get the lay-in to go. And that's going to be good enough for Carson Davis, number 23, and number 20, Jet Johnson, to check into the game here. Price and Rice both having great games tonight, respectively. Great games also from the other starters for the Bears. We'll talk about that in the post-game show. As DeWeese now brings it across for the Bears. This time he gets it over to Johnson. Johnson in the corner to Davis. Davis now gets it over to Murphy. Gets it in to DeWeese. DeWeese on the block, back outside to Hooten. Over to Murphy. Great shot fake. Murphy goes up for the three, and it is good. Curtis Murphy knocking down the three-pointer there, bringing the score 88-63. Bears leading. 1 minute to go now. Davis chasing down Reese. Reese over to number 20. 20 into Hardy, into Nunn. Nunn's going to be wrapped up by Jet Johnson here, and he's going to get the shot to go anyway. A little bit of a height advantage there for Nunn on the smaller defender there.
Vincent in for Louise.
Kanan Vincent going to see some action here for these last 52 seconds here as Nunn is at the line for the Trojans.
That's all of our players, right, in the game tonight?
Other than maybe a few at the end of the bench. 88-66. 45 seconds to go here. Carson Davis going to lose his hand a little bit there and walk. 44 seconds now. Case Hooten and Carson Davis going to bring the coast-to-coast man-to-man defense here as Reese gets it for the Trojans, guarded by Davis. He's going to bring it across. Reese drives in, goes in for the layup. No good. Rebound, Curtis Murphy, but it's tipped out by Reese. Reese now back outside to Hardy. Hardy over to number 20. Don't have a name. Puts up the three-point shot. No good. Rebound by Nunn, and Nunn puts the lay-in back. 88-68. And Carson Davis hands it off to Case Hooten, and they're going to say Case Hooten walked a little bit there as he was trying to push the tempo for the Bears. But the Trojans will inbound under their own basket here. Hardy set to inbound. Gets it in to number 23, right back to Hardy. Hardy's going to take the jump shot over Case Hooten. No good. Rebound, the Crab, as Hooten now going to bring it across for the Bears this time. Hooten showing off a little bit on the handles, and he's going to let this clock run out here, as that's going to put an end to it. 88-68 is your final score. The Butler County Bears picking up a 20-point victory tonight in the Owensboro Sports Center against the Barren County Trojans. We're going to take a quick break, add some stats, and come back with a post-game show brought to you by the Dairy Queen of Beaver Dam. Keep it right here on 101.5, 103.5 WLBQ.
It's hoop season, and it's time to get out and support your Bears and Lady Bears. Warren RECC was started right here in South Central Kentucky and is still run by local folks you know and trust. That's the cooperative difference. We're proud of our hometown roots and our hometown team, and we're honored to support our local athletes. To learn more about Warren RECC, visit WRECC.com.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, one last time to the Owensboro Sports Center here as the Butler County Bears picked up a commanding 20-point win here. Final score 88-68 against the Barren County Trojans. Pretty dominant performance for the Bears as we are in the Dairy Queen of Beaver Dam post-game show here. We appreciate all of our listeners staying with us, and we appreciate, once again, all of our sponsors. As the Bears, once again, Dad, I mean, really just controlled every facet of the game, and especially in the second half. They got off to that 20-point buffer, really, 20-point lead, and kind of hovered around there for most of the third and the fourth quarter. So good job by the Bears there, playing with the lead. And like you said, capping off a good week of basketball for the Bears, going 4-0 this week, playing some tough games. But we do have to give Butler County hometown IGA player of the game, and I think we're in agreement that we're going to match who they gave player of the game to in Ty Price.
Yes.
I believe you have Ty Price as 35.
I just got some stats sent to me. It looks like we've got Ty with 37, Lawson with 22, Briar Griffin with 10, Trevor DeWeese with 9, Castlin with 7, and Curtis Murphy with 3.
So good scoring from
good balanced scoring, yep.
From the Bears tonight. And Ty Price played a great game, shot the ball pretty well, and he also, I liked watching him attack the rack tonight, able to get some of the Trojans in a little bit of foul trouble. But overall, pretty good performance from the Bears tonight. I'm not really sure what the schedule is looking like for
We got Warren Central next week.
the next week.
It's at Central, I think. I'm going to go over some
look-
scores for Barren County while you're looking that up.
Go ahead.
Barren County, Spielman had 24. Bewley had 5. Hall had 12. Bunch had 8. Clemens had 4. Hardy had 8. Reese had 2. And Nunn had 5.
So, once again, this was a tough team. I think they were 14-6 coming into this one, Dad, and they're in a tough district and region.
Yep.
So a good win tonight, a very dominant win
very
for the Bears.
impressive. From about the second quarter on, we kind of controlled the game.
And like you said a lot. It looked like the Bears just had more energy tonight. It was a late start. It started at around, I think, 8:20 is when it actually begun. But want to brag on Coach Dockery and all the Bears once again for putting in that hard work that nobody really sees. The conditioning the condition that they're in right now is incredible. And whenever you run a rotation of only really
6 people,
maximum 8, if we really dig into the bench, you got to be that kind of condition. So next week, like you said, we do have on Tuesday, February 6th, they will take on Warren Central at Warren Central. We will probably be bringing you that action. I will probably be on the call for that one. And then we also have a game Friday, February 9th, doubleheader away at Edmondson. I will not be available for that one, but I'm sure that Nick Hott or Brady Jones or Parker Smith, someone's going to make the trip out there for that one because that's going to be a good game.
Big district game.
Big atmosphere at Edmondson this time. Will have, obviously, a lot of implications to the playoffs.
Yeah, Bears playing great basketball coming down the stretch here, and I think a big part of that is the schedule that Coach Dockery put together because, we struggled through some of those games, but we've won, 7 in a row now,
Yes,
something like that?
big win streak.
And impressive wins, every one of them. Last night was the closest one.
Yes.
It was a 9-point victory, so the rest of them has been double digits.
And it's one of those things where last year I talked all the time about we would lose those close games.
Yep.
I've seen 3 or 4 games this year that the Bears have really controlled the tempo at the end of the game, made their free throws, and won those close games that they were losing last year.
Actually stretch out the lead instead of letting it get closer. So,
Yes.
very impressive.
Like you said, that tough schedule. And we saw 2 teams play before this. Muhlenberg took on Evangel
Christian, and
they looked more like the teams that we saw at the King of the Bluegrass. And hopefully, if the Bears can perform the way they want to in the district and regional tournament, they'll definitely see those kinds of teams in the later half of region. And then
I think we have
if
some
they
really
can get
high
out of region,
expectations.
those are the kind of teams that the Bears want to play.
Yep.
So
and it's
good
good
win.
that we've seen it already this year several times. And Warren Central coming up. We got Henderson County coming up. Those are really good teams, and we've competed well with those when we're healthy. That just is it's big for us to stay out of foul trouble and stay healthy because with our starting 5, we're as good as anybody in this area.
Right, and so we love to see that next week should be a pretty mellow week for the Bears until that Friday game against Edmondson. But that's going to do it for us here on the Q. Keep it right here on the Q. You're listening to 101.5, 103.5 WLBQ. Good night.
Help keep Butler County